source of information was Demekion Garlington.
This is what I told the police.
That's what you told the police. And you have made it very clear, I think, that your testimony is that was a lie.
It is.
Right. Now, what I want to make clear is your intention at the time, June 10, 2015, you were being arrested.
Yes.
That was the reason for the finesse, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And your intention was that Demekion Garlington, Lil D, was going to back you up.
That's what I said.
Okay. And want to be clear, the statement Shannon, Yak, Duop, and Nard, you were asked by Ms. Hilton if you told that lie that you made up on June 10th, you were asked if you had shared those names with anyone else. And I believe you said with Little D, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You said I shared the names with him?
Yes.
Yes.
Characterization of the question.
Okay.
You want to rephrase?
Those 4 names that you made up, you shared those names with Lil D, correct?
That's what I said.
Okay. And I'm asking, I'm not worried about what you said right now. I'm asking for the truth. So you shared those names with Lil D.
Y'all confusing me at this point, man.
I'm not trying to confuse you. You needed, in your mind, you felt you needed Demekion Garlington to back you up, correct?
That's what I thought he was going to do.
Okay. And you needed to share the lie you made up with him, correct?
I told the investigator that Lydia will come clear me.
Right. And so you shared the information that you gave to the investigator, the lie. You shared that with Lil D, correct?
I shared it with Moontoon too.
Okay. And you, I believe your testimony was Lil D, after you shared it with him, said, "Damn boy, you hell." Is that?
He said he got my back.
Do you know, if you know, do you know who Moontoon might have shared that information with, that lie with? If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Do you know who Mr. Garlington, Lil D, may have shared that information with?
Well, I thought he was going to tell it to the police, but I guess he didn't.
Okay. Do you know who he shared it with? I'm not asking you to speculate. If you don't know, you don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. We just played some jail calls from 2015, correct?
They
They
did?
just did. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. And that was 394 Yankee, I believe, was the exhibit number. Every time you speak on those jail calls from jail, every jail you've ever been to, they play a recording in the beginning. A lady's voice comes on in the beginning, right?
Your call is being recorded.
Right. You know your calls are being recorded, correct?
Right.
You knew in 2015 your calls are being recorded, correct?
I knew before I even went to jail.
That's common knowledge, correct?
Right.
Okay. And obviously, if you're being recorded, you can control what you say on the recorded line, right?
Right.
So you can say things like, Lil D told me this or that, right?
I can say whatever I want to say.
Right. What you can't control is what the person you're talking to says. Like when Deshaun said, "You're a liar, you're lying, you switched it up." That's the part you can't control on the jail recorded calls, right?
Well, you know that.
Talk about recordings. Let's move to meetings with the district attorney. You talked about several times the district attorneys, members from the district attorney's office coming to meet you in jail and in prison too, right? Federal?
Not federal,
Okay.
but state.
State jail
No,
and
no,
state prison?
County jail.
County jail. Okay. Rice Street
Fayetteville.
in Fayetteville. Okay.
And Verito came to Rice Street.
Okay. Viverito had a, when we say Viverito, we're talking about investigator Viverito.
Yes,
She had a cell phone, you said.
she did.
Okay. Now you're in jail. You don't have the ability to record your meetings with the DAs in jail, do you?
No.
Okay. Do you know if they recorded those meetings?
The one in Fayetteville, I thought I caught Verito recording me, and then I started watching her phone.
Have you ever heard the recordings of the DAs when they came to meet you?
No.
Okay, what about in judges' chambers? You ever hear a recording of that?
What you mean?
A recording, an audio recording of that meeting?
You talking when I recorded them?
No, I'm talking about June 10th, 2024. You ever hear an audio recording?
No.
Okay, so the state has been playing recordings of phone calls you're making from jail, right?
I don't
The
understand.
state has played phone calls, recordings of phone calls you've made from jail. We just heard some, right?
Yes.
Okay, but do you know where the recordings of the state meeting with you, those meetings are?
Objection.
Know where those recordings are?
Human effects not evidence.
Sustained.
Okay, let's talk about the warrants for the murder of Donovan Thomas. Okay, you acknowledge that you were charged with the murder of Donovan Thomas, correct?
They charged me.
Right. And when you say they, let's talk about that. When you say they, you're talking about Detective Thorpe, correct?
So I'm talking about the police, so the DA. I don't know who did it, but they told me I've been charged with murder.
Okay. Do you remember in 2015, and we talked about it, you gave statements about where you were that day, right? That you felt cleared you from the murder.
I did.
Okay. And you also lied to the police about Demekion telling you certain information,
But I don't say that for like a billion times.
right? And you would agree that if someone were to believe that lie, it would have cleared you from the murder, right?
I don't get what you
For
said.
speculation.
Sustained.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Detective Thorpe, he took those warrants out on you in October of 2015, correct?
He took them out on me while I was in jail.
Right. After you gave that statement on June 10th, 2015, right?
Some months after, yeah.
Right. So he heard what you said on June 10th, 2015, and then months after that, he took out warrants for your arrest.
You say that again?
He heard what you said on June 10th, 2015, and then months later, warrants were taken out for your arrest for that murder, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And finally, may I approach the evidence,
may.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Yes.